Ever find yourself waking up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m.? That early quiet hour when the world seems to be still, but your mind is wide awake? It's not just a coincidence, it might be your body telling you something important. In today's video, we'll explore 4 powerful things you should do if you wake up during these mysterious hours, and we'll be drawing inspiration from one of the most inspiring voices of our generation, Denzel Washington. His insights on discipline, faith, and self-awareness can transform how you approach these early awakenings. So let's dive in and discover how you can turn this unusual moment into one of growth and purpose. Number 1. Practice deep breathing or meditation. In the hustle and bustle of our fast-paced world, where stress, anxiety, and mental fatigue often dominate, the need for mental and physical rejuvenation has never been more critical. One of the most effective ways to achieve this balance is through the ancient practices of deep breathing and meditation. These techniques have been used for thousands of years in various cultures to promote relaxation, mental clarity, and emotional stability. Whether it's through a few moments of focused breathing or engaging in a structured meditation routine, these practices offer profound benefits for both mind and body. At the core of both deep breathing and meditation is the concept of mindfulness. Mindfulness refers to the state of being fully present in the moment, aware of your thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without judgment. This awareness helps break the cycle of negative thinking and constant mental chatter that contributes to stress and anxiety. By focusing on the present, we reduce the burden of ruminating over the past or worrying about the future, creating space for calm and clarity. Understanding deep breathing. Deep breathing, also known as diaphragmatic or abdominal breathing, is a simple yet powerful technique that encourages full oxygen exchange and engages the diaphragm, the large muscle at the base of the lungs. Most people tend to breathe shallowly, using only the upper part of their lungs. Shallow breathing is often linked to stress and can exacerbate feelings of tension and anxiety. In contrast, deep breathing allows for a fuller oxygen intake, which promotes relaxation, reduces stress, and can even lower blood pressure. When we breathe deeply, the body activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for the rest and digest response. This contrasts with the fight or flight response triggered by stress and anxiety, which is governed by the sympathetic nervous system. Deep breathing helps to balance these systems, promoting a sense of calm and well-being. To practice deep breathing, one needs to sit or lie in a comfortable position. Begin by placing one hand on the chest and the other on the abdomen. Inhale deeply through the nose, allowing the diaphragm to expand and the abdomen to rise, while keeping the chest relatively still. Exhale slowly through the mouth, feeling the abdomen fall as the air is released. The key is to ensure that the breath is slow and deliberate, taking a few seconds to inhale and an equal amount of time to exhale. This practice can be done for a few minutes each day or whenever feelings of stress arise. The science behind deep breathing. The scientific basis of deep breathing is rooted in the interaction between the respiratory and nervous systems. When we take deep breaths, the increased oxygen supply not only nourishes the brain, but also triggers the vagus nerve, which plays a key role in calming the body. Activation of the vagus nerve stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, leading to lower heart rate, reduced cortisol, the stress hormone levels, and an overall sense of tranquility. Moreover, deep breathing can improve cognitive function. The brain requires a consistent and adequate supply of oxygen to perform optimally. When we're stressed, our breathing becomes shallow, depriving the brain of the oxygen it needs. By practicing deep breathing, we enhance oxygen flow, which can improve concentration, memory, and mental clarity, This is why deep breathing is often recommended for those dealing with anxiety, ADHD, or other attention-related disorders. Meditation, the art of inner stillness. While deep breathing can be practiced on its own, it is also an integral part of meditation. Meditation is a mental practice that involves focusing attention and eliminating the stream of thoughts that may be crowding the mind. It's a method to train awareness and achieve a mentally clear and emotionally calm state. Meditation takes many forms, from mindfulness meditation to transcendental meditation, but all share the goal of cultivating a peaceful and centered mind. One of the most common forms of meditation is mindfulness meditation, which involves paying attention to the breath or bodily sensations while observing thoughts as they come and go without attachment. The idea is not to suppress or control thoughts, but to observe them without judgment, allowing them to pass like clouds in the sky. Over time, this practice can help individuals detach from their thoughts, reducing their power to cause stress or emotional turmoil. Another form is loving kindness meditation, which involves focusing on generating feelings of compassion and kindness toward oneself and others. This practice not only fosters emotional well-being, but can also improve relationships and increase a sense of interconnectedness with the world. The health benefits of meditation. The benefits of meditation are vast and well documented. Numerous studies have shown that regular meditation can reduce stress, improve emotional health, enhance self-awareness, and even promote better physical health. Meditation has been found to reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression by lowering the production of cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone. Moreover, it can improve sleep quality by calming the mind and reducing the impact of stress-related insomnia. Meditation also boosts emotional health by promoting positive thinking and fostering a greater sense of self-awareness. People who meditate regularly often report feeling more grounded and emotionally stable, with a greater ability to manage difficult emotions like anger, frustration, and sadness. This is because meditation encourages a mindful approach to emotions, allowing individuals to recognize and process them without becoming overwhelmed. In addition to its mental and emotional benefits, meditation can also positively impact physical health. Studies have shown that meditation can lower blood pressure, reduce symptoms of irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, and even boost the immune system. By reducing stress and promoting relaxation, meditation helps the body to function more efficiently and recover from illness more quickly. How to begin practicing meditation. For beginners, starting a meditation practice may seem daunting, but it doesn't need to be. It's important to start small, perhaps with just 5 minutes a day, and gradually increase the time as comfort grows. Find a quiet space where distractions are minimal and sit in a comfortable position. Close the eyes and focus on the breath, noticing the sensation of air moving in and out of the nostrils. If the mind wanders, gently guide it back to the breath without judgment or frustration. In addition to breath-focused meditation, there are guided meditations available in the form of apps, online videos, or meditation classes, which can provide structure and guidance, especially for those new to the practice. These guided sessions often involve a soothing voice directing the individual to focus on certain aspects of their experience, such as body sensations, visualizations, or even loving kindness toward oneself and others. Combining deep breathing and meditation for maximum impact. When combined, deep breathing and meditation create a powerful tool for mental, emotional, and physical well-being. Deep breathing helps calm the mind and body, creating the ideal conditions for meditation. By beginning a meditation session with a few minutes of focused deep breathing, individuals can prepare themselves for a more focused and relaxed meditation experience. Incorporating both practices into a daily routine can have profound long-term effects. The act of taking a few moments each day to breathe deeply or meditate is a form of self-care, reminding oneself to slow down, be present, and prioritize well-being. Over time, these practices become a natural part of life, reducing stress and promoting a more balanced and peaceful existence. The long-term effects of consistent practice. Consistency is key when it comes to deep breathing and meditation. While even short-term practice can yield immediate benefits, the long-term effects are where the most profound changes occur. With regular practice, individuals often find that they are better equipped to handle stress, have more patience, and experience a greater sense of inner peace. The long-term benefits of meditation include changes in brain structure, a phenomenon known as neuroplasticity. Research has shown that meditation can increase gray matter in areas of the brain associated with learning, memory, and emotional regulation, while reducing gray matter in the amygdala, the brain's fear center. This suggests that meditation not only helps to reduce stress in the moment, but can also make individuals more resilient to stress over time. Deep breathing also offers lasting benefits when practiced regularly. As the body becomes accustomed to deeper, more intentional breathing, individuals may notice improved lung function, reduced muscle tension, and even enhanced digestion. Moreover, deep breathing helps cultivate a more mindful approach to life, encouraging individuals to slow down, breathe deeply, and respond to stresses with calm rather than panic. In a world where stress and anxiety seem to be ever present, the practices of deep breathing and meditation offer a much-needed respite. These simple yet powerful techniques allow individuals to reconnect with themselves, find inner peace, and cultivate a sense of well-being that transcends the pressures of daily life. Whether practiced individually or in combination, deep breathing and meditation provide tools for managing stress, improving mental clarity, and fostering emotional health. By dedicating even just a few minutes each day to these practices, individuals can experience profound benefits, not only in terms of reduced stress, but also in their overall mental, emotional, and physical health. In the end, deep breathing and meditation are about much more than relaxation. They are pathways to living a more mindful, peaceful, and fulfilled life. Number 2. Stay calm and avoid checking the clock. In today's fast-paced world, where productivity and efficiency are highly valued, time often feels like a fleeting resource that we constantly need to manage. Whether we're working on a project with a tight deadline, preparing for an important exam, or even simply waiting in line, time governs much of our daily lives. However, this obsession with time, particularly the habit of checking the clock frequently, can contribute significantly to stress and anxiety. Learning to stay calm and avoid checking the clock can improve mental well-being, increase focus, and ultimately lead to better performance and a more fulfilling life. The act of checking the clock may seem innocent, even practical. After all, we need to be aware of the time to stay on schedule. Yet, repeatedly glancing at the clock can create a psychological trap, fostering anxiety as the ticking minutes remind us of what remains undone. This stress response is often exacerbated in high-pressure situations where every second counts, such as during exams, presentations, or when meeting a looming deadline. Time, in these moments, shifts from being a neutral marker of events to a source of tension. One of the main reasons frequent clock checking triggers anxiety is the fear of running out of time. When we constantly remind ourselves of how much or how little time is left, our focus shifts from the task at hand to the passage of time itself. This shift in focus leads to what psychologists call time pressure, a cognitive phenomenon where the awareness of limited time reduces our ability to think clearly and act efficiently. Instead of making progress, we become paralyzed by the ticking clock, worrying about our inability to complete the task in the allotted time. Ironically, the more we focus on time slipping away, the more likely we are to waste it. This tendency to fixate on time can also contribute to a vicious cycle of procrastination and self-criticism. For example, when we feel that time is running out, we may rush through tasks, make mistakes, or avoid starting altogether due to fear of failure. Afterward, we berate ourselves for not managing time better, further reinforcing negative emotions and unhealthy behaviors. The more we check the clock, the more we become entangled in this cycle of stress and self-doubt. To break free from this pattern, it's important to shift our mindset from one of time scarcity to one of mindfulness and presence. Mindfulness, a practice rooted in meditation and Eastern philosophies, encourages individuals to focus on the present moment without judgment. By cultivating mindfulness, we can learn to detach from the anxiety-inducing pressure of time and instead direct our attention to the task at hand. This shift in focus is key to staying calm, reducing stress, and avoiding the habit of constantly checking the clock. Mindfulness practices such as deep breathing, meditation, and body scanning are effective tools for calming the mind and bringing awareness back to the present moment. When we are mindful, we are less likely to get caught up in thoughts about the future or the past. Instead, we become fully engaged with the present experience, whether that be completing a task, solving a problem, or simply waiting. When our minds are fully absorbed in the moment, the need to check the clock diminishes as time becomes secondary to the immediate experience. One practical way to implement mindfulness in time-sensitive situations is to set aside intentional periods for clock checking. Rather than constantly glancing at the time, designate specific intervals to check how much time has passed. For instance, you might check the clock every 30 minutes or after completing a particular task. This approach reduces the anxiety of constant time monitoring while still allowing you to stay on track. It also helps to set more realistic expectations about what can be accomplished in a given time frame, as we often overestimate the amount of work that can be done in a short period. In addition to mindfulness, another effective strategy for avoiding the clock-watching trap is to create a more relaxed relationship with time. Time is a human construct, a way to measure and organize events. However, many of the deadlines we impose on ourselves are flexible. By reassessing our approach to time, we can alleviate some of the pressure we place on ourselves. One way to do this is by focusing on the process rather than the outcome. When we become more process-oriented, we shift our attention from racing against the clock to enjoying the act of doing. This not only reduces stress, but also enhances creativity, problem-solving, and overall satisfaction with the task. The concept of flow, popularized by psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, is closely related to this process-oriented mindset. Flow refers to a mental state where individuals are fully immersed in an activity, losing track of time and external distractions. In a flow state, the focus is entirely on the task itself, and the usual anxieties related to time fade away. By cultivating flow, we can not only avoid the stress of clock watching, but also achieve a higher level of performance and fulfillment. In addition to the psychological effects of clock watching, it is important to acknowledge the physical toll that stress and anxiety can take on the body. Constantly monitoring the time and feeling the pressure to meet deadlines can lead to a range of physical symptoms, including increased heart rate, shallow breathing, and muscle tension. These symptoms, in turn, further exacerbate feelings of stress, creating a feedback loop that is difficult to break. Learning to stay calm and avoid clock watching can thus have tangible health benefits, helping to reduce the physiological impact of stress. One way to mitigate the physical effects of time-related stress is through regular physical activity. Exercise has been shown to reduce anxiety, improve mood, and increase cognitive function. Incorporating physical movement into your daily routine can help release built-up tension, enhance focus, and make it easier to stay calm in high-pressure situations. Even short breaks to stretch, walk, or do breathing exercises can make a significant difference in how we manage time-related stress. It's also essential to recognize the role that technology plays in our relationship with time. The rise of smartphones and digital devices has made it easier than ever to check the time, not just on clocks but on screens, apps, and notifications. This constant connectivity can contribute to a sense of urgency and a need to be always on. To counteract this, consider setting boundaries with your devices. For instance, turning off notifications or using apps that limit screen time can help reduce the temptation to check the clock and allow for greater focus on the present moment. Moreover, practicing good time management skills can help prevent the need for excessive clock watching. While it's important to stay present and avoid obsessing over time, effective planning can alleviate the underlying stress that leads to clock checking in the first place. By organizing tasks, setting realistic goals, and breaking larger projects into smaller, manageable steps, we can create a sense of control over our time. This sense of control reduces anxiety and makes it easier to stay calm, even in time-sensitive situations. An often overlooked aspect of managing time-related stress is the importance of rest and recovery. In our culture of productivity, we are often conditioned to believe that more work equals better results. However, pushing ourselves to work constantly without adequate breaks can lead to burnout, reduced efficiency, and increased anxiety about time. Scheduling regular breaks, taking time to relax, and prioritizing sleep are all crucial components of a healthy relationship with time. When we are well rested and refreshed, we are better able to stay calm and focused even when the clock is ticking. Finally, it's worth considering the broader implications of our cultural relationship with time. In many societies, time is viewed as a commodity, something to be saved, spent, or wasted. This perspective can lead to a constant sense of urgency and a fear of losing time, both of which contribute to anxiety and stress. By challenging this notion and adopting a more flexible, compassionate view of time, we can free ourselves from the pressure to always be productive. Time is not something to be conquered or controlled, but rather a natural flow that we can learn to navigate with ease and grace. In conclusion, staying calm and avoiding the habit of checking the clock are essential skills in managing stress and anxiety in a time-driven world. By practicing mindfulness, cultivating a process-oriented mindset, and developing healthier time management habits, we can reduce the pressure that time exerts on our lives. In doing so, we not only improve our mental and physical well-being, but also enhance our ability to focus, perform, and enjoy the present moment. Time will continue to march forward, but how we choose to relate to it can make all the difference. Number 3. Get out of bed if you can't sleep. Struggling to fall asleep can be frustrating, especially when you're tossing and turning in bed, trying hard to doze off. Many experts actually suggest that if you can't sleep, it's better to get out of bed. The reasoning behind this advice is simple. When you stay in bed awake for too long, your mind starts to associate the bed with wakefulness or even anxiety. This can create a cycle where it becomes harder and harder to sleep in the future. Instead, after about 20 minutes of lying awake, it's helpful to get up and engage in a calming activity. The key is to choose something that is not too stimulating. For instance, you might want to read a book, listen to some soft music, or practice gentle breathing exercises. Keep the lights dim to avoid triggering your brain into full wakefulness, as exposure to bright light can signal your body that it's time to be alert. Once you start to feel sleepy again, you can return to bed and try falling asleep. This process can help train your brain to see the bed as a place specifically for rest. Over time, this can improve your ability to fall asleep more quickly. By breaking the cycle of tossing and turning, you reduce the frustration that often comes with insomnia. It also helps prevent the anxiety that might come from worrying about how much sleep you're losing, which only makes falling asleep harder. By getting out of bed, you're taking an active step in managing your sleeplessness, improving your chances of getting restful sleep over time. Number 4. Reflect or journal. In the fast-paced world we live in, where distractions abound and daily routines can quickly become overwhelming, the need for moments of introspection and self-awareness is more crucial than ever. This is where practices like reflection and journaling come in. These activities, while simple in nature, can have profound effects on our emotional, psychological, and even physical well-being. They provide a structured way to navigate our internal landscapes, making sense of our thoughts, emotions, and experiences. Whether you're a seasoned journaler or someone just beginning to explore the benefits of reflective writing, the practice holds immense value. At its core, reflection is the process of looking inward, pausing to consider experiences and making connections between them. It's not about reliving the past or obsessing over mistakes, but rather about learning from them and cultivating a deeper understanding of oneself. When combined with journaling, this act of reflection becomes tangible. By writing down thoughts and experiences, we give structure to the often chaotic stream of consciousness that runs through our minds. Journaling, in its various forms, can be a powerful tool for self-reflection. Many people think of it as merely writing about the events of the day, but it can be so much more. Journaling allows us to express our innermost thoughts and feelings, which might otherwise remain hidden or suppressed. It offers a safe space to articulate emotions that are difficult to verbalize and creates an opportunity for honest self-expression without fear of judgment. This is particularly important in a world where vulnerability is often seen as a weakness and where social norms can discourage openness about struggles or challenges. Through regular journaling, individuals often find clarity about situations that may have previously seemed confusing or overwhelming. Writing forces the mind to slow down, to choose words carefully, and in that process, patterns emerge. You may start to notice recurring themes in your entries, such as feelings of frustration related to a particular relationship or joy when engaging in specific activities. These patterns are significant because they can reveal insights about your values, desires, and emotional triggers, things that you might not have been fully aware of before. For example, someone reflecting on their career might journal about moments of both satisfaction and dissatisfaction at work. Over time, they might notice that their frustration tends to arise during meetings or projects where they feel undervalued, while they experience fulfillment when working on creative tasks or collaborating with like-minded colleagues. These insights can then inform future decisions, perhaps guiding them toward a career path that is more aligned with their strengths and passions. Without taking the time to reflect and journal, these realizations may remain hidden beneath the surface, perpetuating feelings of dissatisfaction or confusion. One of the most significant benefits of reflection and journaling is the ability to process emotions. Emotional experiences, especially intense ones, can be difficult to make sense of in the moment. Anger, sadness, fear, and even joy can cloud judgment, and lead to impulsive decisions or reactions. When we take the time to reflect on these emotions through journaling, we give ourselves space to unpack them and understand their root causes. For instance, after a heated argument, writing down what was said, how you felt, and why you reacted the way you did, can provide valuable insights into your emotional triggers and help you respond more mindfully in the future. Moreover, journaling can act as a release valve for pent-up emotions. Instead of allowing feelings to fester or manifest in unhealthy ways, writing provides a healthy outlet for expression. The act of putting pen to paper or fingers to keyboard can be cathartic, allowing you to release tension and gain perspective. In some cases, simply acknowledging an emotion by writing it down can diminish its intensity. This is because journaling activates the brain's logical and analytical centers, helping to regulate the emotional response. In addition to emotional processing, reflection and journaling are also valuable tools for goal setting and personal growth. When you reflect on where you are in life, whether in terms of relationships, career, health, or personal development, you can identify areas that need improvement or attention. By writing down specific goals, you make them more concrete and actionable. Journaling can help you break these goals down into manageable steps and track your progress over time. For example, if your goal is to improve your mental health, journaling can serve as both a roadmap and a record of your journey. You might begin by writing about what aspects of your life are contributing to stress or anxiety. From there, you can brainstorm strategies for reducing these stresses, such as setting boundaries, practicing mindfulness, or seeking therapy. As you implement these strategies, journaling allows you to track their effectiveness and make adjustments as needed. Over time, this process of reflection, action, and re-evaluation can lead to significant personal growth. Another benefit of journaling is its ability to strengthen self-discipline and mindfulness. The very act of sitting down to write regularly fosters a sense of commitment to self-care and self-improvement. It encourages you to slow down, even if just for a few minutes, to check in with yourself and assess how you're feeling. This practice of mindfulness, being fully present in the moment and observing your thoughts without judgment, can carry over into other areas of life, helping you stay grounded in stressful situations and approach challenges with a calmer mindset. Reflection and journaling also help to cultivate gratitude, which is a powerful antidote to negative emotions like envy, frustration, or disappointment. Many people incorporate gratitude lists into their journaling routines, writing down 3 things they're grateful for each day. This simple practice shifts your focus away from what you lack or what's going wrong and helps you appreciate the positive aspects of your life. Over time, this can lead to a more optimistic outlook and greater overall happiness. It's important to note that there is no right or wrong way to journal. Some people prefer to write daily, while others find value in journaling a few times a week or even sporadically. Some entries may be long and detailed, while others may consist of a few bullet points or a single sentence. The key is to approach journaling with an open mind and a willingness to explore your thoughts and emotions honestly. In conclusion, reflecting and journaling are powerful tools for self-discovery and personal growth. They offer a structured way to process emotions, gain clarity about your experiences, and set meaningful goals. Whether you're using journaling as a tool for emotional regulation, a space for creative expression, or a method for tracking personal growth, the benefits are numerous. In a world that often moves too quickly, taking the time to pause, reflect, and write can lead to a deeper understanding of yourself and a greater sense of peace. Thanks for watching.